Hi, I'm coming to you from Grandma's kitchen. I'm fixing to make some biscuits I've never made before. I'm going to add some brown sugar and butter on top of them. And then I'm going to bake them. We're going to see how they come out with a little butter, you know. Okay, I have nothing in the bowl yet. You can see that. Fixing to be flour though. Now I always do it, but I'm going to do it in a measuring cup, but I never do. But we're going to do it today. Okay, I use self-rising flour. I got the cheap brand. It's just as good as any other. Alright, looks like I need 2 cups, which is 1 3/4 each of this cup here. So, let's put that together. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 cups. That makes 3.5 cups of flour into my bowl. Okay? I add a little bit of extra to this, but with self-rising flour, you really don't need it. But this is baking powder. A little extra for good luck. Make it rise better. We'll have some big fluffy biscuits whenever, with all that baking powder I just tossed in there. Okay. Now, a little oil. I might have to open the other oil. This one's about had it. Just a little oil, about 1/4 cup. Yep, that's 1/4 cup. You seen that? Look at my bowl. I got the oil in there. Now I gotta mix it all together. I've already washed my hands. I just come out of the bathroom and I wash my hands. Now, I'm gonna mix this oil up. You know what? Let's say about 1/2 cup. Because I need more oil. I can tell by the texture. I want it crumbly, all my dough. Okay. I was going to add the rest in there. It wasn't much anyway. It's about 1/2 cup altogether. But I got some more down there if I need it, but I don't think I'll need no more. This is peanut oil that I used with my biscuit dough. So, flour, which was 3.5 cups we decided on. And you watched me do it. That was 1 3/4 each in that blue container right there. That blue thingy here. Okay. And you see I'm crumbling all the dough together. It's making a dough, I'm sorry. Crumbling all the flour and oil together. See how I'm doing with it? I want it real fine through all my dough. Even. You want it even through your dough. That's how I should have said it. I like it fine through my dough too. Okay. Coming to you from Kansas bread and Louisiana bread. Half and half there. Well, actually more than half since I've been here in Louisiana. I'm from Southeast Louisiana. And that's coon-ass country. I'm a converted coon-ass because I'm not, you know, born in the state of Louisiana. So I'm not a coon-ass. I'm a converted coon-ass because I've been here so darn long. I'm part of the woodwork now. Can't get rid of a bad egg, man. Yeah, they keep coming back. They'll boil right over. Okay. Now, see, I've got it all crumbly together. Where we got all that fattening oil with the flour. So, if you're worried about your diet, I wouldn't eat this. Maybe on a special occasion. You just gotta go shh. Tight lips sink ships. Okay. Let's see. We almost got this. Yes, indeedy. I got some milk in the fridge to go in it. You could use water. I use water quite often. But I have this milk. I want to use it. That's all the ingredients in it. Oil, flour, crumbled together with milk poured on it, and then you make it into a dough. Let me add a little more milk. Okay. If it gets too, gushy and you added too much milk, just add some more flour. Like I'm going to do. When I go and cut them up, I'm going to add more flour, of course. Oh, it needs more of it. I better use all this before I'm done. Okay, that should be plenty. Yes. See? Plenty. See my dough, how it's staying together? Yeah, that's how we want it. Just like that. One little ball of mess. Okay. It's good and wet and thick. And let me tell you about that, why I like it like that. When I'm fixing to put it on top of some flour that I'm fixing to put on that counter after I clear that counter. Let me wash my hands first, please. Ooh! I wish hot water would come out right off the bat. Cold water wants to come out before the hot. Ah! Freeze your hands off before you get them washed. Okay, I've almost got that done. Okay. Now, still got some of this left, but I'll save it for something else. Maybe for something. I'm just not sure what. Maybe a gravy or something. I don't know. This got to go in garbage because I'm done with this one. Okay, I am back. Now, got to move some things back a little bit. That's butter right there, and there's brown sugar. And I'm going to put some sesame seeds on the outside of it. I like them toasted on there. They're pretty good toasted. Let me wipe off this counter first. I have a rag right here that I've washed out just for this. Okay, always keep your kitchen pretty well clean because that's where you got to eat, cook at. And you don't want to get salmonella or no kind of diseases not listening to that. Not that you would, but you just never know, Okay, now, I want you to see this dough. See that dough? Huh? Yeah. That dough right there. Look, let me see if it even moves. No, it don't. But it's all wet, right? I'm fixing to put a little flour on top of it to form a ball. I'll put a little bit on here too. Don't need much. Oh, let me get something to cut my biscuits with. I got just the thing. Let me rinse it off. Okay. This glass, it's got a deal on it for Debbie. Look at there. My sister gave me these glasses. It's real cute. But they make good biscuit cutters. See? I don't know if you can see the deal there. It's frosted. Yeah, my sister gave me that. My sister Pam. Wasn't that sweet? Years ago. I've had them a long time. But I'm going to use them for put some flour on them. Put the dough over here. See the dough? Okay. I'm going to take it out. Look at that dough. That's a pretty dough for biscuits. Yeah. All over. I'm not happy unless I'm making a mess. Seems that way. Okay. We just want to form it in a ball and knock all the flour off of it, but don't have the floury taste. But it's really, really soft, really easy to work this dough. I'm going to go put this over there. This is empty. I'm putting flour all over my whole house right now. I don't know how I do it. Actually, I do know how I do it. Not watching what I'm doing. See that dough? Now, nice and thick too. You put it all together where it has no cracks. Don't want it looking cracked. If it's cracked, it's too dry dough. Okay. This dough's still wet, even though it's got that flour on it. Still a little bit damp. I like it like that. That way you can form it. Push it back together. Now I gotta get a thing to put them in. Gonna like this. Washing my hands again. Sorry to interrupt like that. But gotta keep the hands clean. Plus I got it in my fingernails, and when I get it in my fingernails, I gotta get it out. I don't know why. I just gotta get it out of my nails. My pan should be right here. Yes. Let me wipe it out. Wash it out. I just washed this pan, but I like to rinse it out anyway. You do not grease the pan. You have grease in the dough. And it's going to cook out into your pan, into the biscuit. And we're going to use flour, not flour, butter, to put on top of them to make them tastier. They'll be very tasty, I promise you, with the butter on top. Okay, some more flour on the counter, not on the dough, on the counter. To put the dough on. Now look, gotta get that off of there, because I'm not done with it. Don't like no hard pieces of dough. You want it all soft. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm gonna have 2 more. There's 1. I knew it. 2 more. This one I'll form with my hands. But then I'm gonna go over it with the cup. Make sure I get it right. There we go. Now, since I got a little piece of dough left, it's a baby one. If you have a little kid around, they'll eat this little piece of bread because that's the very size of the biscuit they want. You know, when it gets bigger, you'll see what I'm saying. Be perfect. Now, when you want to get the flour off of your counter, use the same cup that you cut with. This is a glass cup. Be careful when you're using it. You know, glass breaks. Fixing to put some butter on the outside of them now. I've already got my oven heating. Oh, no, all over the floor. But that's okay. It's okay. You got a little bit of a mess, it's okay. You're a good cook when you're a messy cook. Whether it's true or not. I think I'm a somewhat good cook. Maybe. Get my flour back up. Okay. Now, I'm going to put on butter on there, and then I'm going to put on it some brown sugar. We're souping up these biscuits today. And your knife that cuts thin, because I like to cut the butter thin. When you're cutting the butter off, you know, you cut it thin like that. See? Yeah. You make it all even. Do it all the same. Except for on that little baby biscuit, I gotta make it with just a little butter on it. Yeah. I don't have no babies around here, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it gets big. Sometimes I'll eat the whole pan almost. Not all at one sitting, mind you, but I make up for it. That's when I gain my weight back, when I eat too much. Then I gotta stop for a while. Eating goodies like I do, but I don't know if I ever stop. I like to cook. This is Grandma's kitchen, cooking for you. Oh, come on, butter. Stay on there. Keeping them all the same size. I'm not a fast cutter, and I'm a slow, but I get things done in the kitchen. May not get it done quick as I'd like to, but I sure try to. Uh-oh, I missed one. You can't have one missed. Gotta have that butter on them. And see the butter on them? Look at that. Now we're gonna put this brown sugar on top of that. It's gonna caramelize everything where it's nice and gooey. Just a little bit on each one, just enough to give it a little caramelization. Get back up there. I don't think it listens to me when I say that. I think everybody talks to themselves some. I probably talk a little more to myself than others. Like right now. Actually, I'm talking to y'all, so I'm not talking to myself. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to show you the finished product. I have to come back when they're cooked. They'll be cooked in about 15 minutes, and I'll come back and I'll take a picture. Let y'all see how they came out. They're going to come out as good as they look. Let me wash my hands and pick that up. All that together. I got flour all over the floor. Full of everything. Don't take long to clean up after yourself though if you really get to it, you know. Now, finished product. I gotta put some sesame seeds on there. I think I got it all on. I'm going to wash it one more time, just for good luck. Okay. Nice. They're looking good. Let me shut this bag and then I'll show you what they look like. Get me a little thing if I can shut it. A little clip. If you want to call it that. It's kind of like a clip. Come on, Debbie, get the clip out. There we go. I like to save these. They come on some of the bags you get, you know, of bread or whatever. And they just go right over that, look. And that's your brown sugar. You ain't got to worry about nothing getting in it, or you ain't got to worry about it spilling out either, you know? Okay, now, gonna do these. Oh yeah, sesame seeds. You don't have to use everything I'm using. You could just make the biscuit, you know? But you seen how I made the biscuit, right? Don't forget how I made it. Now, I can't tell you exactly how much milk we put in it. I want to say about 1.25 cups of milk we put in it, probably. I don't know. I don't measure much of nothing. But I can, but I don't. But I should. Right? For y'all's benefit. Okay, this is the finished product. Now we're going to bake them. They got sesame seeds on top of the brown sugar and butter, on top of the homemade biscuits. Sweet biscuits. Our little new invention. I've never made it before like this. So it's my new invention. I'm always trying to invent something different in the kitchen. I like to up it, you know, just a little bit. I'm not the best at beauty when it comes to making things pretty, though. But hey, that's why you get helpers. They can do that. Okay. Have a good day, bon appetit. I'll get back with you on this product here that I just cooked. Alright, we'll call it Sweet Biscuits. Bye. Have a good afternoon. This is from Granny's Kitchen.